everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading today here at MadWorldTarot. As you can see, the cards are already on the tarot table. The third time lucky. I'm keeping this reading up. A little AI, a little interfering AI bot kind of thing keeps disrupting my readings and switching my screen off for reasons best known to AI. So anyway, we're going to try for the third time. I've kept these cards on the table because this was an interesting card. Interesting enough to just hope that you trust me, even though it's the card of distrust. I'm looking at the campaign against Prince William in the British media at the moment. That's the theme today. And in this reading, with the new Palladini, I'm looking at Charles, the King, and whether he might be involved to some extent in this campaign against Prince William. And the reason I'm saying that is because there was a thought in the past that Charles was quite willing to throw William and Harry under the bus when they were boys, when he was trying to salvage his reputation and also Camilla's. There is speculation, a lot of chat forums, a lot of people are speculating that Charles might be jealous of Prince William. He might want to put him in his place. He might actually want Harry back. Allegedly they got on better, Charles and Harry, than Charles and William did and do. And William is the obstacle to all of that, so why not throw some obstacles in his way? That's what we're looking at. 9-card reading, past, present, future, Charles and William. And the underlying energy that came out from the new Palladini Tarot was the Moon, the card of suspicion and fear and confusion, shadiness. It's also projection, things that you can't really look at directly that come out anyway. So that's the first energy of the Moon. But there's something else with the Moon, and that is it's the Diana card. She was very much represented by the Moon archetypally and in her name and all of that. So there is the Moon. Mummy Diana is showing up as the underlying energy that these two, I don't think, are ever going to really trust each other because of the Diana situation. Harry's got that Diana thing in a kind of obsessive way. These two have it in a different kind of way for me as an energy reader. And usual disclaimer, I said it 1,000 times as I was trying to get this reading going. Now we all hold our breath and pray that AI doesn't decide to interfere again. So let's look at the actual situation we're dealing with. I nearly forgot star. Who is the star of the show? Really? It's that basic. Who's on the ascendant in the royal family? It's not King Charles, it's William. It's also a card of healing and hope and faith and all of that. And I would say it's got a lot to do with the Princess of Wales as well. That if Prince William is becoming increasingly protective of her and building a fortress around her and around the family, which the press really doesn't like, the whole Forest Lodge fiasco, furore that I've read on in the previous reading, then this is the central issue. So who's going to be the big cheese? Who's the star of in the firmament, the royal family firmament? And also William's need to protect Catherine at whatever cost to the royal family and to possibly his relationship with his father and his brother. And if it means icing his brother out and his brother's wife, he will. And that possibly is not what Charles really wants. So let's see how many cards. Ooh, we got the Devil. This is the past. Oh, and conflict and William. Oh dear, this is the past. William's Queen of Swords. William knew that he was being briefed against. He was being thrown under the bus. Is a better word, I think. He knew it. Wise to it. Queen of Swords, very wise. He might have even discussed it with the late Queen, who was the Queen of Swords. He might have said, what do I do? What's going on? And she might have said, never complain, never explain. But it's powerful energy, that Queen of Swords, and it got the back to this. So it's wising up, stern, inner steel kind of energy. He's no fool, Prince William, and he wasn't a fool even as a boy. Whereas the other one was a fool, that has been and still is, as a man-child. Charles has the devil in reverse. Very toxic, very, very toxic situation that he's trying to extricate himself in the past, all right? And that is his marriage with Diana, the moon, and the toxic relationship with Camilla and the press and the British public and all of that. And possibly in order to extricate himself from this mess, and also his obsessive relationship with Camilla, I would say it was obsessive. That's my personal opinion. In order to do that, fighting, 5 of rods there, that is fighting in a family, competition, briefing against each other, having a go at each other in the press, and playing dirty, all of that kind of energy, wrangling, one-upmanship, dog-eat-dog, anything ugly. That is the energy. That's our past energy. So let us move on to the present. Now we've got the star in the center of this thing, and Charles. It could also mean that they're trying to get on better. They're trying to heal their relationship. Charles has the 3 of Cups and William has the 4 of Swords in reverse. Charles wants to be friends with everyone. He's one of those people, he wants to be viewed as Mr. Nice Guy, the good guy. And particularly coming out of this devil energy to 3 of Cups. See, I'm just such a nice man. Never mind who, the scandals that surrounded him, not just the Camilla one. There's all kinds of awful people that he was associated with in the past and probably still is now. But I'm such a nice person. I want to be friends with everyone. I want to make peace with everyone. That's Camilla, that's Harry, that's Meghan, whoever is in that energy. William is in a very different mindset. William has been through hell, quite literally, with that 4 of Swords. He's had his heart broken. He's been betrayed. He has been tremendously hurt, both by his family and by Catherine's illness. And he's in no mood to kiss and make up. No mood at all. He's in that 4 of Swords energy. The 4 of Swords is the card of retreat and healing. It does have elements of the star about it, but it's in reverse. That means he's not healed. He hasn't forgiven. He hasn't recovered. He needs time, and he needs time away from this whole mess. And they have taken quite a lot of time out since the illness, and they've been called out for it. The whole lazy, work shy, and waity Katie and all of that stuff has been back in circulation. But he's not done with this yet. Charles is, come on, let's all be friends. Let's put it behind us. Let's move on. William is, nope. I haven't done the healing work that I need to do, and you're damaging me, because the 4 of Swords is your reputation. And when it's in reverse, your reputation is taking a hammering. And you still have to go out in public, and you still have to do your job while the press are writing the most hateful things about you, while trolls are saying the most hateful things about you on social media, and your wife and your children and all of that, and your friends and so on. This hurts and it rankles. It really, really does. I got the energy last year with William. He was quite ready to walk away. Push him just a little bit and you will see. You will really, really, really see. That's what's coming through for me in that 4 of Swords. That's Tess barking. Future. Where are we heading? We've got the Temperance card in reverse, the 3 of Rods in reverse, and the 2 of Swords in reverse. Ooh, not good energy between them. And in this story, in this context of briefing, is the king actually briefing against Prince William. Prince William makes a very difficult decision in the future. A cutting out kind of decision is something that's going to happen, that he just reaches I said this, I got this feeling very powerfully in the 4 of Swords. He's going to reach the end of his tether with something, and he's going to lay down some kind of ultimatum. It's me or them. That's what I'm getting with that 2 of Swords. Very small card, on the face of it, but it's a very powerful energy, because it's when you've reached a turning point in your life, when you have to make a decision, however difficult that decision is. William is ready to walk away if he has to walk away, or he's issuing an ultimatum to Charles. I'm tired of waiting. 3 of Rods in reverse. 3 of Rods is the waiting card. Expectation. He has expectations of things being done in a certain way, and I know the screen has gone wonky because the camera is tipping over. Dare not touch it. We're almost done. So sorry, you're just going to have to get a sore neck looking at the cards. 3 of Rods, as I say, it's the hope and expectation card. I think he's been promised something, or he believed something was going to happen, or even that the situation with the press would just get better, and it's not, because it hasn't delivered. The expectation hasn't delivered, it hasn't been followed through. Promises I'm getting even haven't been followed through, coming from the star energy. Don't worry, we'll fix it, we'll make it right, it'll all be fine. Not looking that way. And Charles has got back to the devil. He's got the Temperance card, which is the angel energy, and it's in reverse, and I'm really sad to see that, because I think that he might be up to his old tricks. I'm getting this is very, very near future. I'm not getting this as 10 years time. I'm getting this as months, as time goes on, possibly as illness goes on. And I'm reminded, and I am going to just try and move the camera a little bit. Oh, there we go. Still recording. I'm reminded of a reading I did recently that was inspired, I think I was inspired by Bookworm 2, something she said on her channel, about the king becoming more and more erratic, more and more bad-tempered, unpredictable, that people were talking about it, people were seeing it in public, people were feeling or suspecting that this behavior might have something to do with his illness, and either the progression of his illness or the medication or the treatments that he is on. This is coming through quite loudly here, and we have this star here, healing energy, illness. So he's also been ill and is still, and I think that that's what's really going on, and is going to be getting worse in the months to come. The situation is going to get worse, unfortunately. But as I say, with this Temperance card in reverse, I'm reminded of that. And I think that that might have quite a strong energy, and might be behind some of the strange things we're going to be seeing, I suspect, in the next few months. And the fact that Prince William is going to become increasingly impatient himself. That's impatience, just by the way, as well, the Temperance card in reverse. Increasingly impatient, increasingly, you promised me, and now you're breaking that promise. And I think I know what the promise is, and you probably are pretty sure of what you think the promise is as well. Watch this space. That's the reading. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow.